All right, so one more thing to show you is in the homework, and on some of the mapping assignments, you will want to plot a base map. Just a word of caution, some of the mapping assignments we're not going to want you to plot a base map because you can very clearly see the ruptures in the earthquakes. So anyway, do this, but only when we've instructed you that it's okay for the final projects. So if you come back to your browser here, it says browser, and then you want to go to where it says XYZ tiles. And then, so you see I have Google Earth imagery, which I added, and you should be able to see OpenStreetMap. Everyone see OpenStreetMap? So to plot it, you can bring it down into your layer and wait a few seconds. It probably looks like it's covering your data set. So say to move your data set above, you just go to the browser and change the order of what's on top. So now we can see our data set above the OpenStreetMap. Does everyone have that? But turns out Google Earth imagery is much more useful. So we'll go here to what happened, XYZ tiles, and right click and say new connection. So that opens up this window here. So name, so you'll want to put in Google Earth, something like that. And then if you go to the site, adding base maps from Google Earth or Bing to QGIS. So.
Will you paste that in the chat?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is so you can get that, and then if you scroll down most of the way, you'll see Google Satellite. So I'll put the link for that as well. So you want to copy this Google Satellite link and then put that in the URL. And then say, okay. So now, for example, I just now can see Google Earth for demo. So you can again pull that down to your layers. Probably turn off OpenStreetMap. Now you can see that you have Google Earth imagery base map either behind or in front of your LiDAR data set. Does everyone have this?
Yep, looking good.
Some thumbs ups.
Cool. Okay, so this was everything I wanted to show you for QGIS for this first homework assignment. And as you can, so yeah, throughout the semester we may talk more specifically about QGIS some of these different questions come up, or we want to show more methodology. But searching for different questions that you have online or on YouTube is a very good way to answer different questions that you have. So we have about 1 minute left. Happy to answer any questions about QGIS or this next homework assignment.
Do you find it useful to try and download like a new line set for QGIS? So different symbologies of lines?
So yeah, you can do that. Or for this first homework assignment, it's also fine to use different colors for the different types of lines.
Yeah, to me, that's kind of a cartographic thing, which would be less important than the actual data collection, which is the mapping. So you can play around if you want, but I think, thanks a lot, Chelsea, for the demonstration of QGIS. It's really impressive. And, the beauty of QGIS is it's free, it's open. So, for you guys, for your long term, this gives you access that you don't have to, somehow be associated with the university to have ArcGIS license. And there's other elegant aspects of QGIS that kind of make it run nicely relative to what's kind of clunky in ArcMap.
And it's open source, so people are developing this software constantly and adding new features that, for example, you may find quite useful that didn't exist a couple weeks ago.
So one more question. I'm completely fine with choosing just the different colors. How do we put up like a key or a legend on the map for the different colors?
So you can do that. I could show you.
I mean, I guess I can
another
just Google
time.
it too. But...
It's a little bit more involved. So for this first homework assignment, again, the point is to really focus on the mapping and not only on the technology. So it's okay, for example, if you take a screenshot of the colors here and then add a little bit of a description for what each of the colors represent in your map.
Cool, sounds good. Thanks, Chelsea.
Yeah, and then we'll later discuss how to make maps look professional.
And I've always just exported it into like Illustrator or something and just do the legend in Illustrator. But
the only thing about that is if you change something, then having your legend in QGIS.
Yeah, that's true.
On the fly, but yeah, you can do it either way. Whatever's comfortable for you guys.
Just a quick question about on question number 2. It says that the digital TIFF model is shared in the Google Drive. I don't know.
Sorry, that was a good question. So actually, it is. It's right here.
Okay.
So it's on schedule, and then it's airborne LiDAR data set. And I downloaded this data set from the Washington Department of Natural Resources. So that's a fun site to look around and see how you can access LiDAR data sets from a state repository.
Okay.